You know, I used to do a little lucha myself back in the day. Used to call myself El Abuelo. Let's just say for various reasons the shit didn't work out. What's going on, everybody? It's the Granddad Woolly, and you are here again for another edition of Woolly Reviews TV Data. We got a TV show review today, and we're going to be talking about a new professional wrestling promotion that's just dropped, taking the world by storm, getting a lot of heat. We're going to holla at it. Lucha Underground. Now, Lucha Underground is brand new to the scene. It just came out about a month ago. It's a TV show that's promoted on the Rey Network, and it's something new, something fresh, and, you know, something that needs to be talked about. Now, it is executive produced by Robert Rodriguez and Mark Burnett, who executive produces a lot of reality shows, but now he's diving into the professional wrestling thing, which is weird, but hey, if he wants to do it, let him do it. And Robert Rodriguez, of course, is a famous Hollywood director. He's made a lot of movies. Most notably, he's worked on the Machete series, as well as, you know, other movies, but most people recently would know him from all this work he's done with Machete. So now they've come together and they've came out with this wrestling promotion that focuses on the style of Lucha Libre, which is a very famous and legendary wrestling style that, you know, popularized in Mexico and Latin America and whatnot. So now they found a way to bring it to the stateside and bring it to, you know, a bigger audience and a bigger screen, and it's something that's just so dope to watch, and let me talk about it. Now, the first thing you need to know about Lucha Underground is that it's different. The look of it is different, the vibe is different, everything about it is just unique, and it's its own beast. It's nothing like WWE or TNA or any of the other professional wrestling companies that televise shows. This is a new and more serious approach, I would say, to professional wrestling, and I like the fact that it really focuses on Lucha Libre. You actually have luchadors, actually the legendary, the up-and-coming, you know, the really talented, high-profile luchador wrestlers from Mexico and whatnot coming to Lucha Underground to showcase their skills to a bigger audience. And it is amazing to watch these guys, because these are some of the most athletically gifted and talented guys I've ever seen wrestle. The shit they do is like fucking mind-boggling. Like, you don't even know how they defy gravity and and just physics and whatnot, and just their skill level and their charisma and their talent and their character. It's just so unique, and it's something that you've never really seen before unless you've watched Lucha Libre. But seeing as it's something that's not really, you know, televised much in the US, to see it, you know, on a basis like this and on a platform like this is really amazing. And the cool thing about it is they actually bring in other professional wrestlers from other companies that people would recognize, and they actually mix in well with these other luchadors. So they've got people from WWE, you know, like John Morrison, you know, he used to be in WWE. He's there now, and his name is Johnny Mundo now, but he's one of actually the top guys in the company, and he puts on some great matches. They also got, you know, the legendary Conan from WCW. You know, he's actually a big fixture in there. He's like a manager for other luchadors, and he actually, you know, brings in, you know, other wrestlers. And a good thing I like about it too is they put on a lot of new wrestlers that you don't know, especially the Lucha Libres. Like people like Prince Puma, who's a beast. You got this guy called Phoenix, you know, Mil Muertes, Blue Demon Jr. It's like so many of them. And then they also have like Chavo Guerrero Jr., you know, the legendary, you know, Guerrero family. You know, he is there as well. So they bring in a lot of different people from the Lucha Libre side, from the, you know, famous wrestling side, from the actual, you know, professional wrestling side, from the other promotions, and they just bring them here, and it's just like a, you know, an open game for anybody to come in and do their thing. And the cool thing I like about it is that it's a non-discriminative, you know, show. Like, actually everybody wrestles everybody. Like, they have guys wrestling the girls, minis wrestling the tall big dudes. You know, people who aren't even really wrestlers. You can be an MMA fighter or a boxer, and you'll go against, you know, a Lucha Libre luchador. It's like they just mix it up. As long as you're willing to get in that ring and do your thing, they will let you go in and do your thing. And the thing about it is that's what makes it so unique. It's not, you know, a kiddie show. It's very, very, you know, fast-paced, high-paced, violent. You know, it's like raw, gritty. You know, it's that professional wrestling that we grew up on, you know, back in the day and loved. And it's got that element to it with, you know, the Lucha Libre style put in there. It just makes it something just awesome to watch. And another thing I like too is the way that they structure the show. It's got, you know, most shows, you know, wrestling promotion when you watch them, They have their little cutscenes, their little promos. The way that they do it in this show is they actually script it and film it like it's an actual movie. And I think that has to do with the Robert Rodriguez influence. But when you watch these promos that they cut to guide along the show, it's like you're watching a scene from an actual movie. The way it's filmed, the way that the talent, the actual wrestlers and the managers actually, do the dialogue, it sounds like, they're actually actors and actresses doing this. And it really puts a new dynamic to the whole structuring of a TV show, especially a professional wrestling show. And the cool thing about it too is that the show is only an hour long. It's not too long. It gives you just enough to want more, but it doesn't overdo it. You get about 3 or 4 matches, and the thing about it is each of these matches are high profile. They're like, some wrestling, companies, they'll give you a match that's, it's just the match that's past the time. Not here. You get a match, you're going to get a good match every match, and something that, is memorable. They're going to have memorable moments, and something that you're going to be talking about every single match. The crowd on here is dope. They really get into it. They have their own chant. They have a lucha chant that's, really just dope. And it's just like, everything about this company is a new and fresh look, and it's something that you can see as a great alternative if you don't if you're getting bored with the WWE, or if you watch TNA, you want to see something different. Lucha Underground is that alternative, and it's the different, unique, more mature alternative, and it's dope. Now, I'm saying a lot of good stuff about this promotion. Is there anything bad I have to say about it? Not necessarily bad, but I do have some concerns. One concern I may have is that this is a fairly new promotion. It's very exciting. It's new, so, people are gravitating it because it's something different and new. I want to know what's the longevity factor. If this is really going to last, a couple years, or if it's just going to die out. I hope it doesn't, because I really do like this promotion. I do like this show, and I really want to see it grow and expand and get more popular. But that is one thing that I do concern myself with. Will people really grab on to Lucha Underground as a serious competitor to, WWE and TNA and everything like that? And will it be around for years to come? I want it to be, because this is something that I feel like is missing in that, television space of professional wrestling. The, more mature, especially, the more fast-paced, high-action type of wrestling. It's not really any filler. It's just go, go, go. And when they, they tie it all together, and it's just really, really fun to watch, and you really get into it. And I like the fact that they have brought this to a way for us to be able to see it on a national basis with, putting it on the Rey Network. And if you don't have the Rey Network, look it up. Go on the website. I think you can get it on Comcast. If not, ask the cable, because, you will want to see it. Because it is, worth, just this show alone is worth getting that network. But there's my little small plug for it. But for the most part, that's my main concern. Will it have that longevity factor? And also, their talent pool is slowly building. What they do is they're building up their talent. They're actually showing and debuting more and more new wrestlers every week. But how much talent do they really have before they run out, or they feel like, it's too much? Because you can only fit so much talent and so many matches in a 1-hour show. Like I said, about 3 to 4. And they've already started to use more than one wrestler on several shows, which I understand, is they sort of do like a rotation, because I feel like, they do little storylines. They have many feuds and storylines that last a good show or 2, maybe 3 if they want to stretch it out. But then they also at the same time debut new wrestlers and everything like that. So they do put shine on new wrestlers every time. They don't just focus on one wrestler or one person who they think is doing the best. They give everybody equal shine to showcase their talents, and all these wrestlers take advantage of that. Like I said, you are going to watch each match and be entertained by each one. There's nothing that you will not, enjoy watching these matches. You will be impressed, if anything, because these guys and these girls and everybody else's talent level is on another level. Something that you've never seen, and something that needs to be seen, and seen more often. So for the most part, Lucha Underground is a great show. It's a great promotion. I hope it lasts. I want it to last. This is a great alternative. You get your WWE, and then you get your Lucha Underground, and it's night and day. It's the same beast, but they're made completely different and presented completely different. And I wouldn't have it any other way. And this is the great TV 14 grown up, different spin lucha alternative to wrestling that you need to see. And if you like professional wrestling, you will love to use some Lucha Underground. Everybody who I've came across who's watched this, they love the show. They're even saying that it's a close second to WWE. It could even get better. I'll hold my reserve on that, because I want to see how long they last. But for the most part, hey, they're doing the right thing so far. So my final verdict, I'm not saying that Lucha Underground is a great all-around TV show, very entertaining, something that is going to be hopefully around for a long time. All I'm saying is that the talent pool on here is out of this world. The production of it is very unique and different, and it still looks high quality. They really took their time, you know, crafting their own niche for themselves in the professional wrestling, you know, television space that really doesn't make them get overshadowed by the other companies and does set them apart. So for the most part, Lucha Underground, as of this moment, if it keeps up this momentum, I'm going to have to say throughout the whole duration that it's here is 100% Granddad approved. Definitely go check it out. Like I said, it's on the Rey Network. If you don't get it or if you don't have it yet, look it up. See how you can get it on your cable provider. And if all else fails, look it up online. Look it up on YouTube. They have, you know, some channels and some places put them up. You put up the shows, or you can at least watch a couple matches to get, you know, a feel of it. Find some way to watch this because you will love every moment. And once you will get hooked and addicted to this company because they are doing something really unique, really dope, really different, and it needs to be seen by more people. All right. So Lucha Underground, check it out. It's Granddad approved. Flip it. Alright guys, that's going to do it for today's video. Make sure you give me a thumbs up and drop a comment. Tell me what you think of Lucha Underground if you've seen it. If you haven't seen it yet, make sure you go check it out. Get the Rey Network if you don't have it. The show comes on every Wednesday at 8 o'clock, I believe. And if you don't get it, or if you don't want to, you know, get the network, look for it online. Find it any way you can because you have to see this. This is some good shit. Previous videos on the side, as well as my new single. Check those out. Show them some love. And as always, Twitter, Facebook, SoundCloud, Instagram. Links in the description below. And subscribe. Button on the screen. Button below. Hit either one. Doesn't matter to me. Woolly Reviews. 2 days a week. You know what it is. So until next time, I take my leave. Granddad, Lucha Underground. I'm out of here.